Hi, guys. It seems as though we are live. We want to thank you guys for, joining us this Sunday morning. We truly appreciate it. It's dreary out here in New York, but we want to play a little clip for you before we just really jump in the topic and introduce ourselves.
Every morning looked the same. Alarm at 5:30, commute, deadlines, meetings. I kept telling myself, this is what success looks like.
Enough. I choose peace over pressure. Starting over wasn't pretty, just early mornings, messy notes, and new skills. But for the first,
I started meeting people who were building lives of freedom and purpose. They didn't have it all figured out, they simply decided to begin.
I share this story to remind you, the day you say enough is the day everything begins to change.
Yeah. Right? Sometimes you just say enough is enough. And sometimes it feels like a breaking point. And really, that is when everything changes. So, hey, I'm Pia from New York. I am a proud digital business owner. I was previously in corporate merchandise planning, and I pivoted out of that role to honestly the very definition of stop trading, time for money. I thought it was important while I could, to take some time to spend it with my family, my loved ones. Parents are getting older, and they need someone to take care of them. But at the same time, this opportunity stepped into my lap, and so I did my investigation and just, took that leap. Vivian, tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself. Vivian?
Hi. Hello, I am Vivian. I am a nurse. I live in Maryland with my family, and I am a proud digital business owner. So coming into this business, it wasn't easy. Things were not going the way I expected. I needed more freedom, more flexibility, and I had to step out of my comfort zone to look around. And here I am, a proud digital business owner. Yeah.
Yeah, good day, good morning, depending wherever you're watching me, friends and audience. I still remain your lovely friend, dear Kenneth. Here in United Kingdom, the weather is cloudy, 12 degrees, and we have a light shower. But whatever it is, we still do what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm happy to be a proud digital business owner. And I go into this business when I look around, I say, dear, I think enough is enough. I need something that can as well help me before I believe I might quit the job. So, beloved ones watching on this morning, just pick up your popcorn, see how this gonna affect you. I know it's not easy for us in the United Kingdom or in diaspora, but I want you to pause and sit down. You will pick up a point here that will change you dramatically. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes, you just reach a point where you stop explaining, you stop negotiation, you stop trying to fit into the boxes that no longer fit you. That is growth, right? And that day that everything, when that starts, you kind of feel that change and that shift. And so that's what we're kind of talking about today. The moment you finally say enough is enough. I remember sitting in my car driving, I just found out my father had a brain aneurysm, and I was driving from where I was 3 hours away from them. But it was 2:30 in the afternoon, and it was pitch. It felt as though I was driving through Twister, and there was a field, wide open green field, and there were cows, and it was pitch black at night. And I said, "This is why I'm going to die. This why is this happening to me?" And sometimes we go through a lot of different other types of storms in our life. We're in some cases one paycheck away, probably have a last $50 in the bank. and you just don't know how you're going to make, your ends meet. This is when storms kind of hit at you, and you're just like, enough's enough, because you want more for your family, because you want to take care and provide for them. You want to leave them a legacy. You want to do so many things, that you're always putting them first and not yourself. And so when does that change? And probably never does, as women, as caregivers as such. It really never, that's the role we assume. But at some point, you have to recognize, when you hit your breaking point, that you have to also start putting yourself first, um, and then be able to, pivot and learn from what you're doing, the decisions that you're making, recognizing that everything's on you. If nothing changes, nothing changes, but it's all on you, right? And so it's important for us to kind of, that day I whispered to myself enough. It wasn't really out of anger, but more out of clarity, because I wanted to build something that mattered, to have freedom, fulfillment, and a sense of ownership over my time and energy. And that, this is where I think, that cycle that we've been running, when it no longer serves you, you have to know that you're meant for more. So let me ask you, Vivian, at what point did you recognize that, you had hit your breaking point? Vivian?
Chatting.
Dear jumping.
Yeah. Good day, everyone watching us. There's a time in life a man or a woman stand up and make a decision. When you look around and see things around you, you say enough is enough. I can remember there was even sometimes, even when I am weak at home, I have nothing to do. I can't do anything. I got to go to job. Even a minute to a minute or 1 hour ahead of me resuming job. I say, oh God, it's not easy. But what will I do? I have to move up. Even when kids are saying, Mama, are you still going to work today? I have no option than to go. But I keep thinking of this, because back then in my country where I come, it wasn't like this, working like 24 hours, But here the difference is the case, So I say, I think enough is enough. I needed something I have to do, even when I was like, the effort I put in my job, I'm doing this thing to make people grow, not mine. I need to put something aside for myself, something for the children and for the family. And I think enough is enough. I've been watching people creating their dreams. I keep procrastinating. But the day, that was a day everything changed. That was the day I was like, no, I think I have to do something X. I got tired of waiting for the perfect time. Tired of watching others live their life. I was only dreaming. I really lived their life. I was dreaming about. What are those life I was dreaming about? I see people traveling. Say I travel without even taking permission from work, because their business is giving them that chance. Also, I was tired of surviving instead of striving. So I made a choice to rise, to learn, and to build something for myself and my family. That decision really turned frustration into fuel, and now I'm helping others to do the same. What is that decision that I took, beloved one watching us? Decision was this online business, because I was looking for something that will give me freedom, something that will give me flexibility, something that I can work on my pace, so that I can give me chance to do whatever I want to do. At the same time, the income keeps streaming. And I love this job, because through this job, I learn a lot. Through this, I have met many people that I never know I can meet in this life. I've met more than 2,000 people. I've met many different people in social strata, and indeed, we live in one accord. We help each other. When I call, I say, yeah, this is the really thing I want. So my decision have really changed my life entirely. That really give me what I'm looking for. That really give me the peace of mind I'm looking for. So, beloved one, are you there having the same feeling I did? Are you there working marathon? And then when say you don't get money, you do. But do you have time for your family? But do you have time for yourself? Even when your body is telling you, sit down. You can't do otherwise. You have to go, because when you look at your back, even if you didn't go to this job, remember you're not going to pay. You are being paid every day you work. So if you're in this situation, why not say enough is enough? And I think this is the opportunity knocking at you for you to sign up and for you to start. We're never telling you to leave your job. But when you sign up and start, you work along with you. Time will tell, and you're going to sit and make this and say, yes, this is the time to leave the job. And the job, this business I really give you what you want. And I know you will never regret if you venture step into this business. We welcome you and we stretch our hand to welcome you, just like others do welcome me. And now I am really teaching others to start their own. I'm really trying to let people what I realize in this business. And I know in no distant time, if you can make the decision, you will still come out and say, yes, one lady, one group, sometime told me about this, and here I am today doing it. And I know you will never regret it. Vivian, what do you say about this topic? Vivi? Vivian?
Yeah, for me, for me, um, it has just been a lot. It has been a lot, but I want to thank God. I want to find in this business, because if I want to talk about my enough is enough reason, it's just going to be, we're going to keep on going and going and going and going. And this interview is never going to get to an end. But when we, like immigrants, we came over here to this country, we had like big dreams. We have big thoughts, we have big plans for ourselves, our children, our families back home, stuff like that. But when we got here, everything was the reverse. So we are working every day. We don't have time for family. We don't have enough for ourselves. We depend on a paycheck, and if we don't go to work, we don't have it. So it came a time in my life when I was just going on and on and on, and I asked myself, is this what life is going to be all about? It's just down on me one day when I came back home after a 12-hour shift, a long shift. It was a night shift. I came home, I saw my daughter. She was still sleeping, nobody to get her ready for school, stuff like that. And then when she got up, she told me, Mom, we have this activity in school tomorrow. Are you still going to work tonight? Oh my God. I stood like this with tears in my eyes. It's enough. I need to do something different. And that was when I stepped out of my comfort zone. I tried to search around. Even in the course of searching around, people were on the way, like people were trying to give you what they like their own opinion. They don't, oh, that's how it is, that's how this country is. But then you see other people thriving, and yeah, you're asking yourself, is this how it is? But oh, so I was in a position of trying to please everyone, trying to take people approval over my situation, which was not the right thing. But then I decided that I need to step out of my comfort zone. I need to live my inner heart. I listened to myself. I step out and I found this opportunity, which was this digital business. And since then, I think the future looks bright for me. I have time for myself. I work when I want. I do the things that I want to do. If you are out there and you are going through a situation, you are going through a breaking point, you have a pain point, I want to assure you that it is time for you to tell to look at that situation in the face and tell that situation that enough is enough. And you can always turn things around. If you want to spend more time with your family, take that decision today. Join us on this in this business. You can see on this platform, you see our email address. You can reach out to any one of us. Come in and let's move together. This is the way through. This is the way. Come in and see how lives are being changed. Come in and see how lives are being transformed. You are not alone. There are many people going through the same problem. So we are here today. You see us every Sunday. So this is the time to tell your problem that enough is enough. So I turned my pain into purpose, and now I'm so happy I took that decision. So the same with you. If you speak to your problem today, say enough is enough. 1 year from now or 6 months from now, you'll be telling yourself, thank God that I took that decision. You'll be watching, you will not forget this day, and you will not forget this advice, you will not forget this interview that we have with you today. Back to you, Pierre.
Yes, I mean, so if you really don't have to do it alone. We help busy professionals start their, digital business that gives them back the time and the purpose. And so start today. The day you decide enough is when everything changes. All right. Thank you guys.
Take
See you
care.
next Sunday. Bye bye.
Bye bye.